Today, we journey back in time to the icy shores of the North Atlantic, where millions of remarkable seabirds once gathered on windswept cliffs, standing nearly a meter tall, dressed in striking black and white feathers, and perfectly adapted for life at sea. The Great Auk ruled the cold Atlantic waters long before humans crossed the oceans. Unlike most birds, it couldn't fly. It didn't need to. Its powerful wings had evolved into underwater propellers, allowing it to chase fish with astonishing speed beneath the waves. For thousands of years, it thrived across the rugged coastlines of Europe and North America. But when humans discovered how easy it was to catch, one of the greatest seabirds the world has ever known began a rapid journey toward extinction. This is a true story of the Great Auk, a master of the ocean that disappeared forever, scientifically known as Penguinus impennis. The Great Auk was the largest flightless bird of the North Atlantic, standing between 75 and 85 centimeters tall and weighing up to 5 kilograms. It resembled a modern penguin at first glance. But despite the resemblance, penguins and great auks were not closely related. Their similar appearance evolved independently through convergent evolution, as both adapted to life as expert underwater hunters. Its heavy body, dense waterproof feathers, and powerful muscles made an exceptional diver capable of pursuing fish beneath icy waters. On land, however, it moved awkwardly, making it an easy target for predators it had never evolved to fear. For thousands of years, the Great Auk nested on isolated rocky islands scattered across the North Atlantic. Its breeding colonies stretched from eastern Canada and Greenland to Iceland, Scotland, Norway, and beyond. Each spring, thousands of birds returned to the same cliffs to raise a single chick. Their isolated nesting grounds offer protection from most land predators. The surrounding cold waters teem with fish, allowing adults to make repeated dives while feeding their young. The Great Auk spent most of its life at sea, returning to land only to breed. For generations, this rhythm remained unchanged until humans arrived in growing numbers. For centuries, sailors crossing the North Atlantic relied on the Great Auk as an easy source of food. Unlike most seabirds, the Great Auk could not fly away. Entire colonies could be approached on foot. The birds were captured by the thousands for their meat, eggs, and feathers. Their thick down filled pillows and mattresses across Europe, while their fat was rendered into oil for lamps. As demand grew, breeding colonies began to disappear one after another. What had once seemed like an endless abundance was, in reality, a fragile population that could not replace its losses fast enough. The Great Auk had evolved in a world where isolation was its greatest protection. Human technology erased that advantage almost overnight. By the early 19th century, the Great Auk had become increasingly rare. Once thriving nesting islands fell silent. With each breeding season, fewer birds returned. Because every pair raised only a single chick each year, the population recovered slowly, far too slowly to withstand relentless hunting. Collectors searching for rare museum specimens only accelerated the decline. The Great Auk was no longer hunted simply for survival. It had become a prized curiosity. The final breeding colonies clung to existence on only a handful of isolated islands. Their future was hanging by a thread. In June 1844, on the isolated Icelandic island of Eldey, the final chapter unfolded. 3 men landed on the rocky island in search of the last known breeding pair of Great Auks. They captured the 2 adults. As a frightened bird struggled, they were killed. Their single egg was accidentally crushed beneath a boot during the encounter. With that moment, the last confirmed breeding pair disappeared forever. The species was gone. Not after millions of years of natural decline, but within a few generations of intense human exploitation. Although the Great Auk disappeared from the wild, it left behind an extraordinary scientific record. Hundreds of skeletons, preserved skins, eggs, and historical illustrations survive in museums around the world. These priceless specimens have helped scientists reconstruct the bird's anatomy, behavior, and evolutionary history with remarkable detail. Studies of its bones reveal an animal perfectly adapted for powerful underwater swimming, while isotope analysis have provided clues about its diet and seasonal movements. Today, every surviving specimen carries immense scientific value. They are silent ambassadors for a species humanity can never replace. Although the Great Auk has been gone for more than a century, its legacy lives on in every conservation effort to protect vulnerable species. Its extinction shocked scientists across Europe and North America, becoming one of the earliest and clearest warnings that human activity could permanently erase an entire species. The Great Auk helped inspire stronger protections for seabird colonies, stricter wildlife laws, and the creation of protected nesting islands around the world. Today, its story is taught not simply as a tragedy, but as a turning point in conservation history. The bird that once filled the skies of the North Atlantic with life now reminds us that even the most abundant species can disappear if we fail to protect them. The Great Auk did not vanish because it was weak. It vanished because humanity believed there would always be more. For thousands of years, this extraordinary seabird mastered one of the harshest oceans on Earth. Yet, within just a few centuries of relentless hunting, even millions of birds were reduced to none. Its empty nesting cliffs still overlook the North Atlantic. The waves still crash against the same ancient rocks. But the calls of the Great Auk will never echo there again. Its story is a reminder that extinction is rarely sudden. It happens one decision at a time. And the choices we make today will determine which species are still here tomorrow.